The roar of the crowd, the crack of the bat, the tension in the air, it was all back. Just weeks after making history as ODI World Cup champions, the Indian women's cricket team was back on the pitch, ready to kick off a 5-match T20I series against Sri Lanka. It was December 21, 2025, and the ACA-VDCA Cricket Stadium in Visakhapatnam was buzzing. This wasn't just any game, it was the much-anticipated return of our champions, a real test to see if their winning ways could carry over into the faster, more explosive T20 format. And they did not disappoint. Right from the first ball, India played with that champion swagger, and it all ended in a dominant 8-wicket victory. Jemimah Rodrigues, a name we now associate with those clutch performances, absolutely smashed an unbeaten 69 runs, guiding her team home with a calm confidence that just brushed off all the pressure. But dig a little deeper than just the score, and this match was all about a team in transition, building momentum, and absolutely refusing to just coast on their past victories. It was a clear message to the world: India's reign in women's cricket was far from over. So, how did this epic comeback happen, and what does it mean for what's next? The first T20I? Oh, that was a total masterclass in smart, aggressive play, really showing off how much India's women's cricket has grown. Sri Lanka batted first and put up a decent 121 for 6 in their 20 overs. Honestly, that total could have been a real challenge on another day. But this Indian team, fresh off their World Cup high, just came at that chase completely locked in. And the absolute star of the show? That was Jemimah Rodrigues, no question. Her unbeaten 69 off just 44 balls was pure class. She was hitting those elegant shots and picking her spots perfectly, absolutely dismantling the Sri Lankan bowling attack. Every time she hit a boundary, the crowd went wild, and every quick single just showed how incredibly athletic she is. She didn't just rack up runs, she totally controlled the game, making sure India stayed right on track for that target. And right there with her, helping out big time, Smriti Mandhana made history herself, smashing past the 4,000-run mark in T20 internationals. She's now only the second woman in the entire world to hit that massive milestone. This incredible teamwork and individual brilliance meant India just sailed to 122 for 2 in a quick 14.4 overs, grabbing that win with tons of balls to spare. It was a performance that really spoke volumes about the team's depth and how well they handle pressure. It just proved that their World Cup success wasn't a one-off thing, but actually the start of something truly special and consistently amazing. The Indian squad for this series was a really cool mix of our established stars and some exciting new talent, showing they've got a clear vision for the future. Leading the charge, as always, was the formidable Harmanpreet Kaur, with our ever-reliable Smriti Mandhana right there as her deputy. The core of that World Cup winning team was pretty much intact, bringing all that invaluable experience and winning mentality to the T20 format. Fans were thrilled to see opening batter Shafali Verma back in action, especially since her explosive power was such a huge factor in that recent World Cup final. But beyond the familiar faces, this series was a pivotal moment for two young hopefuls, 19-year-old Vaishnavi Sharma and wicketkeeper Kamalini, both earning their first ever call-ups to the national squad. Their inclusion was a clear signal that they're really keen on nurturing and bringing in the next generation of cricketing stars. Adding to the team's strength was the return of pace bowler Renuka Singh Thakur, making an already potent attack even more formidable. On the other side, Sri Lanka's challenge was spearheaded by their charismatic captain Chamari Athapathu, backed up by key players like Vishmi Gunaratne, Hasini Pereira, and Harshitha Samarawikrama, all aiming to disrupt India's momentum. This blend of experience and fresh blood on both sides promised an intriguing contest, really highlighting how much women's international cricket is evolving. Even after that massive victory, India's captain, Harmanpreet Kaur, was pretty upfront about her team's performance. She really highlighted that constant drive for perfection you see in top-level sports. While she definitely praised the team's amazing batting and bowling, and honestly, the stats spoke for themselves, Kaur still singled out fielding as a major area that needed immediate attention. You could really feel her concern. Dropped catches, even in an easy win, could totally devastate them in those big, high-stakes games. Now, the tough, wet conditions at the Visakhapatnam venue certainly played a role, making fielding a super tricky, slippery affair. But as Kaur basically hinted, a champion team has to adapt and perform, no matter what the conditions are. This smart self-assessment from the captain truly shows how committed the team is to always getting better. They're just not letting themselves get complacent, even after such a resounding victory. That's the kind of mentality that separates good teams from great ones, that constant drive to sharpen every single aspect of their game. For the Indian women's team, every match, every series, is a stepping stone towards bigger challenges. And by fixing these minor imperfections now, it makes sure they stay right at the pinnacle of international cricket. This super meticulous approach to their game, even after a big win, is definitely a hallmark of their success. This first T20 game between India and Sri Lanka? It was a massive deal, way more than just one match. It really showed how smoothly the India women's team has shifted from their awesome ODI World Cup win right into the super fast world of T20 cricket. That big win right off the bat immediately built up a ton of momentum for the whole 5-match series, really setting a strong tone. It showed us not only that the team can stay consistent across different game formats, but also how smart they are at bringing in new talent, which is absolutely key for long-term success. This win is definitely going to shake things up for India in the women's T20 rankings, and it's also super important prep for those big international tournaments coming up. You know, where every single game totally counts. And get this, the wide variety of fan engagement we're seeing, everything from people looking up specific players to checking out team dynamics, totally shows that women's cricket is building a massive, dedicated fan base. Plus, Captain Harmanpreet Kaur totally pushing for better fielding, even after they just crushed it, really highlights this team's professional mindset and their absolute commitment to being top-notch. So, this series isn't just about winning games, it's about fine-tuning their winning strategy, bringing up future stars, and cementing India's spot as a real powerhouse in global women's cricket. The journey totally continues, and with a start this strong, expectations are through the roof.